Welcome back to module 5 of this chapter 1, elements of set theory, chapter 2, elements of set theory, and we would be talking about the various results which we talked about in the previous module as well. Now, what we have done in the previous class is we have proved the various identities by using Venn diagram. Now we'll just be looking back again the same identities as results, and we'll try to prove them in general by using definitions. Okay. Now suppose I want to find out whether A minus B is equal to A intersection B complement. This, of course, we know how to prove it by using Venn diagram, and that's what we saw that in the previous module. Now, if I have to go in general, I can prove it by using definition as well. Now, so we know that if I have to, now A minus B is a set, and A intersection B complement is another set as well. Now, by our previous theory, if you want to show that two sets are equal, one way is to show that this set is a subset of this, and this set is also a subset of this at the same time, and that is possible only when both the sets are same. Okay. So that is exactly what we do. So if I have to prove that A minus B is a subset of A intersection B complement, what I will have to do is take all the elements in A minus B and show that they are all present here. So every x that is in A minus B should be in A intersection B complement. The same way, if I want to show that A intersection B complement is a subset of A minus B, I'll have to take every x here, show that every x which is here in A intersection B complement is also in A minus B. Okay, so that is how we will be proving that both the sets are same. So going by the definition, what is A minus B? A minus B is the collection of all the elements of A which are not in B. Okay, so just to recall, what is A minus B? A minus B, it is all those elements of X such that X is in A and X is not in B. If you recall, this is what the definition was. A minus B was the elements of A which are not in B. These are the elements we are referring to. So if I go to simplify this, these are all the X is in A, and now X is not in B. What? So if X is not in B, what does it mean? That X is in its complement. X is outside B. So if X is not in B, it means X is outside B, which means X is in B complement. So we have all the X that we are talking about. These X are in A, X is in A, and X is in B complement. So if X is in A and X is in B complement, that means X is a common element in A and B complement. That means X is in A intersection B complement, right? Because X is in A and X is in B complement as well, that means X is a common element in A and B complement. And what are the common elements in A and B complement? Those are the elements which are in the intersection. So they are the elements which are in A intersection B complement. So if X is in A and X is in B complement, it means X is in A intersection B complement. So we are collecting all X such that X is in A intersection B complement. This is the set A intersection B complement. So what did we do? We started with A intersection B, and A intersection is all those elements which follow this property, and this X also follow this property. So we have proved that this set is the same as this set. A minus B is same as A intersection B complement. So this is how I can prove this results by definition. Let us go to the De Morgan's law, which we proved in the previous module using the Venn diagram. Now suppose I want to go by definition. So the same way I'll have to show that this is a subset of this and this is a subset of this, or show that every x which is in this set, that is A union B complement, is there in A complement intersection B complement as well. Okay. So if I have to prove that, I'll say A union B complement. By definition, what will be A union B complement? It will be the collection of all x. Now where is A union B? A union B is here, you said, combining. So where is A union B complement? A union B complement is everything that is outside this. So everything outside A union B. So when I say A union B complement, they are all those elements which are not in A union B, which are not in A union B. So these are all x which are not in A union B. They are outside A union B, and that's how they are in the complement of A union B. Now, so you are saying that x is not in A union B. Where is A union B, you said? This is where is A union B. So x is nowhere in A union B. A union B. What does it mean? That x is neither in A and x is nor in B. Okay. If it was in at least one of this A, then it would have come in the union, because union is combining both the sets. Now because it is not in the union, it means it is neither here and it is neither here. It is neither in A nor in B. So these are all x such that x is not in A and x is not in B. Because x is not in union, it is not in both the sets. So these are all x. So x is not in A. Okay, x is not in A and x is not in B as well. If x is not in A, where is it? It is in A complement. It is outside A. That means it is in complement. And x is not in B. That means where is B? Where is x? X is in B complement. So these are all x such that x is in A complement and x is in B complement. That means x is common in A intersection, A complement intersection B complement. So x is common in A intersection, x is common in A complement and B complement. So it is x is in A complement intersection B complement. So this is all the x which are in A complement intersection B complement. So this is the set A complement intersection B complement. So by using the definitions, they have proved that the De Morgan's law, A union B, the whole complement, is A complement intersection B complement. Suppose I want to prove the other De Morgan's law as well. Okay, A intersection B complement is A complement union B complement. So the same way, go by the definition. Start with any element here and show that it is here, and any element here is present in here. So A intersection B complement. What is this set? Now we are talking about all x and A intersection B complement. So if you look at the Venn diagram, where is A intersection B? A intersection B is here. And where is A intersection B complement then? Everything which is outside this part. This is A intersection B. So its complement will be everything outside this. So the elements which are in complement are not in A intersection B. X is not in A intersection B. So when I say A intersection B complement, these are all those elements x which are not in A intersection B. They are outside. Now x is not in A intersection B. What do you mean by that? X is not common in A and B. Now when will x not be common in A and B? When it is either not in A or not in B. Okay? X is not in one of the sets, and that's why it is not common in there. Okay? If it is present in both the sets, A and B as well, then it has to be in the intersection. But it is not there in the intersection. That means it is not in one of the sets. Okay? So it means x is either not in A or x is not in B. And that's how it is not common in A and B. So it is all those x. Now x is not in A. So where is it x? It is in the complement of A. So if x is not in A, that means it is in A complement. And x is not in B. It means x is in B complement. So x is either in A complement or x is in B complement. So I can say that x is either x is in A complement union B complement. So if I take union of A complement and B complement, x is in one of the set. So x will always be there in their union. So these are all x such that A complement union B complement, x is in there. This is a set A complement union B complement. So by using the definition, we have proved that A intersection B complement is equal to A complement union B complement. That is the second De Morgan's law. Okay. So this is how, if not Venn diagram, this is how you can use the definitions in proving various results that you have in the set theory. Suppose I am dealing with three sets. Suppose I have A, B and C. Now suppose I want to prove this result. Now we very well know how to prove this by using a Venn diagram. What will we do? We'll draw a Venn diagram for the left hand side and we'll draw a Venn diagram for the right hand side and show both the parts as same, and that's how we'll prove that both the sets are same. Now if I go by definition, so what will be A minus B intersection C? A minus B. Where is A minus B? First we will mark A minus B. Where is A minus B? So if I say this is A, B and C. Okay, we'll do it first by using Venn diagram and then we'll go by the definition, the general way. A minus B are the elements which are not in A. Which are in A but not in, by definition, A minus B is all those elements of A which are not in B, and these are the elements we know. So we have to take intersection of A minus B and C. Where is C? C is here. C is this side. So A minus B is this lines and C is this horizontal lines. I have to take the intersection. So where is intersection? The common part. So this is the part which is common, where both the lines are present or we have the common elements, right? This is the left hand side. The same way let us draw the right hand side. So I have three sets here. I have A, B and C. Let us first mark A intersection C. Where is A intersection C? A intersection C is the common part in A and C. So A intersection C is this part. Then B intersection C. Where is B intersection C? The common part in B and C. So B intersection C is this part. So I have A intersection C, these straight lines, and B intersection C, that is these horizontal lines. Okay. And now I have to look at A intersection C minus B intersection C. So A intersection C is this part minus B intersection C. So all those elements of A intersection C which are not here are these other elements, right? These are the elements. These are the elements which are not in B intersection C. So this is the part that we get as the right hand side, and this part is the same one that we got here on the left hand side. So using Venn diagram we have proved that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side, and hence this result holds. Now let us prove it by using definition. Okay, so I'll start with the left hand side. and I'll show that it is equal to the right hand side, or in a way we are showing that the left hand side set is a subset of the right hand side and the right hand side set is a subset of the left hand side. So we'll start with A minus B intersection C. By definition, what is this set? It is a collection of all the elements. Now we are taking intersection here. Intersection of this set and this. Intersection is the elements which are common, which are present in this set and this set as well. So X is in A minus B and X is in C. Okay, so it is X is common element in C and A minus B. Now, so it is all those X. Now X is in A minus B. What do we mean by that? What is A minus B? It is the collection of all those elements which are in A but not in B. So X is in A and not in B. So X is in A but X is not in B. And not to forget, X is in C, that we know. So what we have is, we have all X such that X is in A and X is also in C, but X is not in B. So we have all X such that now X is in A and X is in C as well. So X is in A intersection C and X is not in B. Okay, which means X is not in C minus B, or now X is not in C and X is not in B. So X is not a common element in C and B, right? So X is not in C intersection B, or you can say B intersection C. Why am I writing this? That's because I know that X is in C and X is not in B. So X is not a common element in B and C. So X is not in B intersection C. So we have all X such that X is in A intersection C but X is not in B intersection C. So by definition, this is the set A intersection C minus B intersection C. So what have we proved? We started with the left hand side, that is here, and we show that it is a subset of this set. If you go in the reverse order, you will show that this will be a subset of the left hand side. In a way, you have proved that this set is equal to this set. Thank you.